What is up, YouTube? Welcome back. Check this out. If you guys haven't figured it out at this point, we are doing headers on the station wagon. This car is literally 100% bone stock. This is going to be the first time I've ever actually installed headers on any of my cars, and I've been racing since I was like 16. First headers, I did pick these up from a company called Pro Tuning Lab, and the company's name is DNA. A real quick shout out to the folks at Pro Tuning Lab. They were actually great to deal with. I had to contact them about some carb emissions junk from California, which I live in Georgia. I don't know why. Outside of that, like, I mean, it really went super smooth. They shipped quickly, got us the stuff at a pretty good rate pretty quickly, and I'm excited about that. They also obviously sent us two, so, you know, they sent me a shipping label, and I'm gonna send that one back to them. Went ahead and grabbed a couple of goodies. A little bit of this PB Blast to penetrate those header bolts to make sure that they come out fairly smoothly. Brake clean. I'm obviously gonna clean and degrease the entire header before we install it. And we know obviously that there is some adjusting that needs to happen back here. Now I did notice that on the other pair of headers, they had 4 of these bolts here to plug these O2 sensor bungs that aren't used. My car is obviously going to be running just the wideband O2s, which I think are the upstreams, and they're going to be moved down to the rear ports, and we're just going to delete the rear O2 sensors, period. And we're going to plug these up. I'm going to be using the Ultra Copper. That, in my experience, the Permatech stuff, like, it just works. I've done it on 2 differentials. Once following the procedure, and the second time didn't follow it at all. I don't have a single drop of differential fluid coming out of my deck. Now these gaskets as well, we will not be using them. They have got a pretty terrible reputation. However, I'm probably going to need to use these bolts. We'll keep that in mind. This is the EGR block-off plate that was on the B30 when I picked it up. I figured, why the heck not? Got a new gasket for it. I'll probably put a little bit of this stuff on this, and we'll be good to go. Outside of that, I think this is going to be pretty straightforward. To begin with, I'm going to go ahead and get a bunch of this stuff out of the way. I think I'm going to go ahead and undo, you know, the cabin filter section, and then we'll jack it up and yada yada. We'll do the rest, blah blah. You know, bit by bit. Let's do this shit. Big hands, tight quarters, not really working out for me. I've got 4 header bolts out. Managed to get the engine mount arm out. I'm gonna stick this in my bin for cleanup. I definitely either don't have the right tools, the best tools for this. All right, now I got a few of them out. What the heck? Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me. I've been fighting around this freaking thing the whole time, and it just falls off. You got it. Good, I don't want it there anyway. I hope this one pops off too. Oh my gosh. The whole time I could have just ripped these things off. Look at that. Got one header disconnected. Fuck you. I think I'm gonna wrap it up there for the day. I'll probably catch you guys back tomorrow. Definitely having some fitment issues. My hands and arms ain't meant to fit in there, so ain't got no fitment. Got the header bungs chopped down. Gonna be capping these off, obviously. Same thing here. Let's just testing fitment here. Looks like we're all good. So I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of that thread sealer, get these things locked up and dialed in, then go ahead and get the gaskets prepared, which I have somewhere. I'll find them. But get the gaskets, start putting this thing on. All right, here we are down underneath the car. I managed to get the engine mount arm on. The header does still contact it. It's pretty atrocious fitment, to be honest. It has been torturous to get this thing in there. And now we got to do with this, which, to be honest, I don't have a whole lot of faith in how this is going to work out. You can see from this angle that, yeah. Oh boy. So far, it has been a terrible job. All right, as expected, exhaust leaks. That's crazy. I don't really hear it right now. I did tighten the shit out of all these bolts, so oh shit. Gotcha. So I don't think you're actually hearing the I don't know if you guys are hearing it right now, but I actually couldn't hear the exhaust leak from within the car, so might be kind of interesting. Here's the exhaust tone. It's gonna be loud. So I'm kind of over this project. The headers definitely have some leaks at the flanges. I've got 2 bolt holes that literally like never would line up. You know, there's definitely probably, or there's a high probability chance that it's my style of working or what I did, right? It's in installation errors, and that means that it was my fault. Even if it is my fault, like the flanges on this thing, the O2 sensor bung, things are just way out of place. And I think I should have heeded many of the warnings given online. However, I also saw plenty of videos where people made it look like it was doable, sort of, if you did certain things in the right order. What I'm going to say about these headers is they're super affordable if you're willing to do probably a lot more work. Currently in my scenario, I just don't feel like it. I'm over it. But the right thing to do would be probably just remove them, cut a section of pipe off of it with the flanges on there, bolt them up, and then rebuild the section of pipe to sort of like de-stress the exhaust system. It's going to take more work to really get this thing like sitting perfectly. I know that the exhaust is putting a ton of extra torque on the header right now, which is kind of unfortunate. It's also, you know, the header flanges don't actually line up with the head, so that kind of creates another problem. Also, my header is actually touching my engine mount and the O2 bung, even though I've put a 2.5 inch, 3 inch dent in my drivetrain tunnel. It is literally like it's pointed directly at it. That's kind of unfortunate because I feel like, you know, if these things were clocked probably 10 degrees, the lower O2 bung, it would just make it so much easier. Just 10 degrees, you know, up, you know, further straight up and down. And I think it would clear on all the cars. You know, that's just weird because these headers have existed for a long time, and I feel like they should be closer than this. You know, if they would just move that bung like 10 degrees, if you're looking at the car from the front to the back, if they would just move it like 10 degrees clockwise, I guess, it would make it so much easier. I think this would be done a whole lot easier if you were like, you know, swapping in and out an engine. That way you get the header completely mounted up, and then you make the exhaust work with the header. And that's probably the best way to use these headers. I don't think I would recommend this for like, you know, an average dude working in, you know, a parking lot. You know, it's not like throwing on coilovers in your parking lot. Like that shouldn't be that difficult. And in fact, this shouldn't be that difficult either. But things don't really line up. I'm gonna leave it as is right now. I'm gonna close out this video. I'm gonna let you guys hear the car. You know, comment below if you guys happen to know whether or not this should have been like this, and or what I stated is probably the best way to actually use these headers. You know, personally, I feel like I would rather have like had to, you know, like save up my money or whatever and come up with $400 or $500 for a better fitting header. Like, that's just how I feel about it right now. You know, I'm not into this shit for building cars and whatever, and I know I need to learn and be better at it and whatnot, better equipped to deal with like so many things, and that will progress. But I'm just not really there right now, and I'm not here at all for the sake of building a car. It is going to be a huge part of it. I feel like it's a necessity if I want to just drive and sort of enjoy that, because that's what I'm here for, driving. Yeah, let's hear the car real quick. Guess I should have moved the wheel chop.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway.